glad to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
Hey folks, once again it's time for a one-take beer review. I'm Mark, your one-take beer reviewer and the guy on beeronut.com, normally writing about Chicago beers, and I've been interrupting my series in the Black is Beautiful beer reviews because it is Oktoberfest season, and I have been sent some Oktoberfest beers by the brewer's rep for my comment, and never say no to free beer, but I always acknowledge that it was sent to me. This is from Paulaner of Germany, and they have two different Oktoberfest beers, and these have been sent probably from overseas because they are in the 11.2 fluid ounce bottles, which means 33 centiliters. I don't know why they settled on that besides being a third of a liter. But anyway, this is what we have. And as I've said, they've got two different beers. First on this side is the Oktoberfest Mårzen. And yes, I minored in German in college, and about all I retained is how to pronounce different beer styles in German. And this is supposedly their original recipe. It comes in at 5.8% alcohol by volume. And then the Oktoberfest Beer, also known as the Weizen beer, and that is the beer that they currently serve at the Paulaner tents at Oktoberfests in Munich. And I looked these up a little bit. They are actually the same makeup. They both use Pilsner and Munich malts, and their hop load is this, but they don't say what proportions. I think we're going to see these are different colors, and then they both use the I gotta look at what I wrote here. The Hallertauer Tradition hops, which is a basic German noble hop, and a hop called Hercules, which was introduced in Germany only in 2005. So not entirely according to the old tradition, but you know, hops change year by year, and let's just see what we're getting into today. Yeah, we're going to let these foam up so they have time to settle while I pour the other one. And the regular, as we'll call it, Oktoberfest, this lighter one that I'm pouring here, is a 6.0% ABV versus 5.8. And while they're still settling, we can see that the traditional is a darker one, and this is more like a regular pale lager that you see any day. Since the Oktoberfests were started before the start of the much lighter Pilsner and Dortmunder type lagers, you can see this is a little more of a traditional amber color. And let's just hold them a little closer to each other. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm catching just a tiny bit of oxidation because these have been sent to me by post. But this has just a very slightly darker head, while this is more of a fluffy white head. Nice and malty, some hop spiciness from German noble style hops. Get a tiny touch of sweetness to it, extra sweetness perhaps. And this has a slightly less malty taste. I think the hop load is about the same on each one of these. And this is only fractionally more alcohol than the traditional one. I should have read something of what they talk about the Reinheitsgebot. Pretty much the same thing that they say here. Well, as we beer geeks would like to complain, the Oktoberfest beers that they serve look more like a Heineken or Budweiser than they did when they started doing Oktoberfest. But well, it's it's what people want to drink there, and they say this is the best-selling Oktoberfest style beer in Germany. But frankly, I am a big fan of the traditional German styles, and this has just as much claim to a traditional style as this one. Yeah, I know. I don't. These are the only two German style mugs that I have that match, so you can get a fair approximation of the difference between them. I have some ceramic mugs, but of course, then you couldn't see them. Yeah, this is much more in tune, I think, with like German dining, like sausages and meats and so forth. This is more of a sitting around beer, but that's all up to me, and it's all up to you, frankly. And both of these are the kinds of beers after I've been drinking all those imperial stouts for my previous 10 reviews, it's kind of a nice break to get to the Oktoberfest style. And yeah, Oktoberfest is up and running, so hope you get out and enjoy some on your own. These are the Paulaner Oktoberfest beers, the Oktoberfest Mårzen, so called because they are brewed in the month of March and lagered away over the summer to be brought out in the fall, although some Märzens are served in March. And the Oktoberfest beer, the main Oktoberfest beer served by Paulaner at Oktoberfest. And this is Mark, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy at Beeronaut.com, saying Prost.
Now